And we are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Beyond the 90. Leicester City have beaten Blackburn 4-1 away from home. So we're just going to get your thoughts in, down below. Going to be honest, again, I've been really busy recently. I've not managed to, I missed about 30 minutes or so. So if you do let me know, hopefully we'll have a couple of people hopping on in the meantime as well. But just get into the game again. Good game of football overall. Really excited for the way that Leicester City is setting up. And again, we're playing some great football. I mean, I've managed to watch bits of the Liverpool game. We did try to stick to our football, but it didn't quite work out. Liverpool, especially when they brought their better players on, went a lot better. I'll just break it into the formation, what they did today. So again, I'm trying something a little bit different at the moment. So as you can see here, this is kind of how Leicester City set up. So we set up in a foot again, as you know, the 3-2-4-1 that we normally do. Winks and KDH, we'll go on to them in a second. Afternoon, Ethan. Hopefully you're good, mate. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below as well. And yeah, overall, we set up again with this 4-3-1, which we kind of expected compared to the game against, I spelled Fatal was wrong. In my rush to get this sorted, Fatal, to get this sorted at the moment. I think he looked good. We'll get into some of the players a bit later as well. A couple of things to mention, I think, before for the first half. Blackburn, credit to them. I think they played super well. I think they set up in a way that was they were going to frustrate Leicester. And for parts of the game, if they would have been a little bit more clinical, they could have had a lot more out of this game. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. And there is some, again, other things as well we're going to mention later on. Let me just get this set up in a second. Bear with me one moment. So, yeah. So what I really enjoyed about some of the formations, some of the games we played today. Again, Mavididi, I think, did okay. Winks, oh, man, this guy is just controlling the game from start to finish. He's put in Blackburn, a good side. I think they are. Genuinely do. I just think when you have that young experience, and there was at times where the first goal was completely avoidable from their perspective, completely avoidable. I was Blackburn are a good side. They do play good football. And you saw there when they came to us last season where they absolutely demolished us. Cut through our midfield, set pieces. They were better than all of them as well. We've come up in such a good way as well. And we did have a good style of football as well. Ricardo, I think, did well at times. He showed his experience. For Taiwo, I want to mention, especially in the first half, he was lively, but he got the yellow quite early on. The goalkeeper, the referee warned him, "Go look, if you're going to get another foul, I'm going to give you a yellow." And then within, I think, the first few minutes, or the first 15 or so minutes, he's on a yellow. I'm thinking, oh, geez. And then I thought again later on he'll come in, he'll be swapped out, and he was. And we'll get on to like his swap out, and then that person McAteer getting swapped out again. Yeah, so again, just from the first one, we started the game strong, and I think this is something that we've done going forward. But I mean, getting the goal after 4 minutes was just a good header, and I just want to credit Fatal with the hold-up ball. And KDH played a nice 1-2 that came over, and then Fatal then knocked the ball long, and Fast was clear. Fast was clear for the header. Nobody was picking him up. So again, that's kind of, is that the player's fault? There was somebody marking him, but they just went off. So maybe they're doing that zonal marking and things that we were looking at before. But yeah, it was a completely avoidable goal from a Blackburn perspective, which they must be frustrated on. Fatal did a really good, like that short corner they worked on, that ball, the way he can hang a ball in the air. I'm really impressed by him. And I think another one was Ian Asher as well. Ian Asher can hold the ball up quite well, which I was happy about. And he's done it previously. He can just hang a ball in the air for such a long period of time. I've just not seen people do that before. And then 9 minutes, again, it was bound to happen. If we're playing this kind of way, if we're playing this kind of formation, Leicester City got themselves into trouble. And they did that by playing out from the back. Blackburn closed on as well, but it was more to do with the Hermansen didn't really capture the attention, didn't really get the most out of. We play risky style of football. And against Norwich, for example, we rode our luck a little bit because, again, at times Hermansen gives it away. That person, I can't remember who it was, McLean, I want to say. hits the bar, and you're going, "Oof, we got away with one there." In terms of the way that we played for that second goal, it was avoidable, but at the same time, we're going to have to expect this if we want to keep winning games. People asking about the McAteer injury. We don't know anything yet. As a time of recording, we're not sure. If we go on for longer, I'll try and bring up the press conference, but the best thing to do is just wait till Enzo's comments. I've got a feeling that we'll have to see. But in the last 2 games, Bristol, then Bristol has taken out Callum Doyle. Now, in this game, we've lost McAteer. We can't afford to keep losing players like that. I really thought Harry Winks was good today, but if we lose him, that's a big hole, I think, in our defense. And I think Harry's charge has been great, but we saw today what Harry Winks could do. There was one point later on where he just skips past the person, bursts forward, plays a simple pass. That he's got everything in his locker from what we need in that CDM position. And we'll have to see. People, Ethan's got a good point. Maybe Marcel will come back. Yeah, the under 21s are in a really Ben Petty. I don't know. I don't really know too much about him, but we've been losing. We've been getting pammed at times. We need to sort that out from the academy because we've got some fantastic academy players there. And the reason why we're a Grade 1 academy as well. We just need to be getting more out of them. Some of the players. But yeah, so in terms of that, free header from Foss, and then it's just later than that. I think. And then again after that, Shimonics again gets the goal, avoidable, but again it's going to happen it's going to happen, and this is what we're going to get. As long as it's not every single game. You look at the likes of Southampton, we played them, and when Southampton used to play and they used to give away the ball so much, compared to what we're doing, it's not too bad. We're a level above Southampton, in my opinion, in terms of the way that we're working, in terms of the way that we're playing football. It is a better style. I think theirs is borderline like suicide football because 2 at the back with 6 in midfield, and as soon as you lose the ball, everybody panics and all over the place. Then later on, 24 minutes, Walt Fast is free from a corner. The free from a corner, and I don't know how he didn't get it just over his head. Could have got another goal there as well, and I don't know why. Again, one goal you let in, you're thinking, okay, let's learn from it. Doesn't it look like Blackburn really learned from it? But overall, I really enjoyed the game, especially first half. I think I didn't watch too much of the second half. I was just busy trying to get stuff done around here. But the first half, we were playing, and Blackburn came out to play. They rode their luck at times. But I think we played some excellent football. I'll try and find some of the match stats from the game as well. And it's a different game to the Bristol game, for example. This one was more like I'd say it's more like the David Wagner Norwich game. I think it was similar as well. That finish from Vardy was brilliant. It really was. But just before that, he hit the post, which I thought was very typical Jamie Vardy as well in terms of that, which I thought was, again, great to see as well. So where we are at the moment, what we're doing is just great. I think just show you some of the match stats because some of the match stats are crazy as well. We've had 4 shots on target, every single one of them 100% conversion rate. So we had 52% of the ball possession, which sounds about right. 4 shots on target, every single one of them went in. That first half was, Scott's mentioning, speak about the academy, need to have a. I understand. I'm not trying to say I don't really know that much about it as well, but we are getting battered, and we rode our luck so much last year with the academy. The fact that we didn't get relegated because they got rid of it saved our bacon, to be honest. We need to figure out a better way. If it's potentially getting somebody like I want to say Cambiasso, what's his name? Caballero. Get Caballero in, understands the kind of the football we're going to play, give him the under 23s, then bring him back into the assistant coach or something like that. Somebody that understands what Maresca's trying to do on a minor level, just in the same way that Pep Guardiola and Enzo was the under 23s manager. They ended up winning stuff. we kind of want to replicate that same thing, in my opinion. And then the way that Vardy hits the post 23, there was on the outs because the match was just on one. But the another one was KDH should have hit the target. I think KDH had a good game. My only thing is his finishing at times and his final decision making in the ball needs to improve. I know Ant's been on here and Ant's been on his own channel as well and said, I just don't like I don't like how open they are, and he doesn't like his whole entire game. I like him, but at times he does need to work on his, like today, even though he got the goal and he was great, he needs to work on his final decision making, his final ball. At times there was an opportunity to play Mavididi in that first half and then he needs to play the ball a little bit earlier. He plays it later, he's offside, and Mavididi doesn't quite get it off. It just needs to be that fine tuning. And I think he is there. He's developing as a player. He's 25, so he's not exactly like he's 21. And he gets his goal, but I think there's still development in him, and I still think there's a level that he can go up to. And then again for the 1-1, then for the 2-1, I just want to say, like, phenomenal. Like that Jamie Vardy's finish was just sublime. I think somebody's put it in as well. That finish on Vardy was brilliant. It was so good. His finish, and it was like rolling back the years. I know we say that occasionally with Jamie Vardy, and there's been people questioning it. Is he still over? Is his career? Is he kind of plateaued out? No, he's still coming. He's still a good player. He's still getting into great positions, and I think that with that, he finished it, and it was Jamie Vardy, vintage Jamie Vardy. Really, really good finish. And again, it's coming through as well. And somebody's put the Vital assist. It's actually Wilfred Ndidi. It was Wilfred Ndidi. I think Vital got the first assist, and then Ndidi got the second. Just that ball from Ndidi. I wish I could play it on, but if you've watched the game, you'll have seen that ball from Ndidi. What can't he do? What can't Wilfred Ndidi do? Because he's so versatile now. It's incredible the fact that he can play in that high position. I think he was fantastic today. I think the Sky Sports commentary gave him man of the match, and I would kind of agree. But again, I missed part of the game as just missed part of the game, unfortunately. So from what I saw, he was everywhere. He did what he needed to do. He was coming back and helping tracking players, but he was also running forward, getting some great positions. And there was a moment, I think, when Mavididi put a cross in, or KDH, where he could have got really into the box, and Vardy looked at him and went, "Mate, what? Like the ball's over my head. You should just got on the end of that. It was a free goal for you." So there's still elements to work on him, but I think he had a fantastic 8-9 out of 10 game today. Wilfred Ndidi's just going from strength to strength, and the assist was great, really, really, really great as well. Then, yeah, like Xavi from Barcelona, not quite. Then we've got the Iniesta. We've got Iniesta in wings at the moment in terms of the championship, which is something. Scott, and then after that, we kind of like we shored up the game. To be honest with you, in the first half, there wasn't too much after the goal. It was end-to-end football. They had shots. We took them. They didn't. At times, they set up, especially after the 1-1. When they went in 1-1, they set up a little bit deeper. They wanted to absorb the ball. They didn't really give us a chance to move. And it really frustrated Leicester. We weren't panicked or anything, but at times I was frustrated watching it. Not in like a, oh my God, I was like, Blackburn are doing this really well. They know they haven't got the manpower or the player ability power to play one-on-one, but they're kind of shutting the space, closing it, and just not letting Leicester play the balls through. And John Don Thomas, the reason why he was interviewed for the Leicester job, I think he's a great manager. I just think his side lacks a little bit of that cutting edge. The philosophy is there, but it's the player quality. The player quality is not quite there as well. Let's get into some of your comments. Scott puts in again, great to see confidence in the players, especially Jamie Vardy's finishing. Yep, and I'll come on to another point I mentioned as well. Jamie Vardy was dropping really deep at times, if you noticed, to try and link the play. And I'm not saying why is he doing that for? Well, I am kind of saying like why is he doing that? But at the same time, I'm like, I trust Enzo why he wants to take the run, bring a defender with him, and then try and create the space in behind. Because at times, especially against Coventry, I remember the ball would go back 1, 2, 3, 4, back and we're away. And yeah, Jamie Vardy was really, really good in terms of that. and he's starting to pick up a little bit of form as well, I think, which is really good. Some of the balls, Jamie Vardy can. It is really exciting. It is really exciting. Somebody like Fatal, I kind of expected more of him today. I think he did well. I genuinely think he did well. The fact that he was on a yellow and he didn't get sent off, I think was really good. But he managed to get defensively. Fatal really impressed me. And he's still young, but the guy's got so much talent, so much talent. I think he's moving in a really good direction. Hopefully, and hopefully he'll get better as well and better. But going into half time, I'm really happy with his performance. I was thinking we might try and sit it out for the second and go, right, we've got a 2-1 lead, potentially again try and summon it out, but I think we were just too much. We just overloaded. We overloaded them a period of time, and 2-1 up. We came out second half and we just looked good again. I didn't watch again half of it. Let's get into some of the comments. We're going to get into ahead of myself, but we are top of the league. We are on top of the league for no reason. Straight back up. I'm hoping so. And if we bring on the table at the moment, have I got the championship table? Because if you looked at the results, Preston lost and Ipswich drew, which means at the moment Leicester City are starting to break it. There was a group of three of us in terms of let's scroll down a little bit because Blackburn, they're in, where are they? 18th position. They will sort themselves out. I think it will just take time. But in terms of where we are, that position is mental. I mean, if you look at the gap, if you just take the top teams, if you after Sunderland, then 13th, there's a load of teams I think on 13th to 10th, and we've created, there's us, Ipswich, and Preston. I think Preston just got absolutely smashed 4-0 by West Brom. I think West Brom might have been at home as well. The fact that we're playing like this, and this is Enzo is still saying this is the beginning. Again, I'd love to ask in the percentage. What percentage do you think we're at the moment? And yeah, we were fantastic, really, all over the pitch, and we're starting to pull away from this little group. So it looks like there's a group of potentially West Brom in there, Norwich, Cardiff. Cardiff have come out of absolutely nowhere. Hull, Sunderland, Preston. I think Cardiff have won their last 4 games as well. It's pretty impressive. And so Sunderland to Norwich looks like that's going to be the playoff spots as well. And it's incredible. I think we're just starting to run away with it at this moment in time. And our fixtures, what we've looked at as well, because this last few weeks was going to be pretty hard. The next game we've got, I've just realised, is Preston North End in the midweek, which again, just looking at some of the fixtures, and Preston North End, the next one, then Stoke, Swansea, Sunderland, QPR. So there's quite a bit going on in terms of that, but I'm really looking forward to this game at home against Preston. I think the fact that we're at home makes it easier. However, we're on a really good run of form, really good run of form, and it shows you in a game like this where I was really impressed by Blackburn. But the way that we saw out the game, we managed the game, is completely 180 to what we did under Rodgers, where we would go 1-0 up and we'd end up losing. Just no game management, absolutely no game management. And the only disadvantage for the game, again, McAteer, he looks like he pulled up, and the one it reminded me of was when Dennis Pratt against Stoke 3 years ago, where he pulled up and he put his hands in the air and he goes, that's me. And I went, oh, damn. So I'm really hoping it's not, because that lad is shining. Lad is genuinely shining. Scored against Liverpool, really good run, really good finish. And if you look at our, again, top scorers, Casey McAteer, Jamie Vardy's now there, and Kindredby Hall, 3 goals, 3 assists, Kelechi Iheanacho, Wilfred and Diddy. We've just lost, again, the goals are being shared. It's not just, the way that we used to play in the Claude Puel and the Ranieri, where it tends to be Jamie Vardy with the goals. If not, it was somebody else. But we are playing some, again, fantastic football. Really good. Penalty, Nacho dispatches it nasty. Again, didn't actually see that one. And for the last goal, that we had, there was, I just want to say that the build-up play that we showed to go from Ndidi, really good vision. Again, Ndidi was phenomenal at times in this game. He was just so good. And I'm glad he was left on. The pass that he did from himself to Atkin. Atkin did a really good run on that left-hand side. Kieran pointed for it. He put the ball in where he needed to, and Kieran just finished it off really well. So I know I've criticised KDH because people go, "Oh, look at the goal," and yes, but he could have done more with some of the opportunity he had. So you know what? I think we're playing really good football. I think we're in a really good position. We saw out the game well. I think we tired out Blackburn as well towards the end of the game, which was great to see. But yeah, we're in a really strong position. I can't really say too much else. I'm just looking at the moment if there's anything. Again, get your thoughts down below. I'll see if there's an update to Casey McAtee because I really hope it's not serious. Really, genuinely hope it's not serious. But we won our game so well. Really well. Let's have a look at some of this. Yeah, can't see too much. But do you know what? We're playing great football as well. Gonna return. Yeah, but I think overall, really happy with the way things are going. Roll on the next game. We'll be live after the Preston game. I don't think I'm going to that game, so and it should be a good one. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see everybody in the next video. So goodbye.